what I know. Orcs leave much better crumbs than mouldy skeletons.
Why don't I feel more relieved to see so many dead orcs?
Because whatever killed them could be around any corner, and we've no idea whether to expect friend or foe. Hang on to your socks! That's the biggest static cloud I've ever seen!
There's got to be a way to cover up the source.
Bloody claws. Huge claws. Curse the pirate. You'll never give up the stone.
Sigurd's beard! What a find!
May the gods curse the mother that bred thee! I bet that horn would make a pretty ornament for this tomb. May the gods curse the mother that bred thee. May the gods curse the mother that bred thee. Pretty ornament for this tomb. Strip thee from toe to horn and wear thee like a suit.
Target acquired! Enhanced navigation!
Protect the bloodstone forever, dry bones.
I am an warlock. I'm gonna crush your dust. I'll pull every last rotten tooth from your skull, blood.
May the gods curse the mother that bred thee! Accursed orcs! Even without a nose, thine stench plagues me! May the gods curse the mother that bred thee!
Pull every last rotten tooth from his skull.
May the gods curse the mother that bred thee! Death upon thee, greenskin! I'll cut thee in twain! Ah, greenskin, don't you long for sweet release? May the gods curse the mother that bred thee! Death upon thee, greenskin! I'll cut thee in twain! Death upon thee, greenskin! I'll cut thee in twain! Death upon thee, greenskin! I'll cut thee in twain!
I am Unhor, I'll crush you to dust.
Sweet relief. Die, vermin!
again. I'll pull every last rotten tooth from your skull, blood.
Lift thee from toe to horn and wear thee like a suit.
I'm fading fast.
Accursed orcs! Even without a nose, thine stench plagues me.
I like crack your sorry skulls like walnuts go, innit? Oh, it's the ickle skilly scared dog.
Greenskin, don't you long for sweet release?
Must focus.
Greenskin, don't you long for sweet release?
tastes blood. It craves more.
this death.
Tactician is no more. But who's to say how many undead
Into the
hoppers...
fray once more.
By the ferocity with which they fight, I guess they're protecting something of great value.
You noble creature, you look like you could take to the sky at any moment. Listen close, for I can grant you the ability to soar like a falcon. Oh, I say so many things. Who can keep track of what fool acts on what? That man clearly didn't ask me to super-duper swear. But for you, my promise is the super-duperest. As sure as the sea is green. But hold still. I must first weave my magic spell. Bippity, boppity, boo! There! The charm is complete. Go on, test your new powers. For your first flight, a steep ledge works as your best jumping off point. Goodbye, oh Lord of Wind. Don't forget, you'll fly highest and truest if you start with a running leap. The higher the cliff, the better. You, noble creature, goodbye.
You burn with the desire to free your spirit, as I burn with the longing to flee this encasement. Ah, curse! We four powerful beings all have been trapped here to seal the entrance of yonder cave. Until all of us are freed by our favored element, the cave remains impenetrable, and what lies within remains trapped, same as we. But talking is hardly the end of it. I also grant great fortune to those bold enough to address me. For you, I foresee great fame and renown. But first, you must prove your worthiness, your spiritual valor, by freeing Tada, traveler. And don't forget, to find the true rewards of life, you...
Have a leg to stand on. cave's unlocked, the demon's done. Let's go inside and have some fun.
I hope we haven't freed a terror. That would be an awful error.
These may have been but lesser demons we fought, but demons they were. What, I wonder, did they protect?
Wolgraf is giddy with excitement. Demon protectors? That simply has to spell treasure.
I hate crabs. They'd eat every shell on the beach if they could.
What a joy it is to be a Belagorette, the most favored of women.
To me, my honeys! To me, my girls! Pout your lips and shake your curls!
Upon the shore below this cave, you'll meet a necromancer grave. Find the sand and take a left. You'll find her if you're very deft.
Be cursed, all divines, for an unwelcome light shines in this dread, dreary cave that was marked as my grave. A lowly male among my Belagorettes? Unworthy are you, be they blondes or brunettes, to gaze upon their countenance fair, their luscious lips, their voluptuous hair.
To be a Belagorette, the most favored of women.
O ignorant innocent, 'tis I, Belagar, the greatest practitioner of magic by far. There isn't a spell, no incantation arcane, that is not stored in my miraculous brain. I speak, I rhyme, and wonders create. The world is my playground, and the living my bait. 'Twere the vagaries of youth that landed me here. Demons! I thought that I could puppeteer. For it was in those days my one and true aim, the attention of Maxos to dramatically claim. Devils I summoned, a demonic quartet. Alas that they posed too big a threat. I was soon overcome, nigh unto death. Maxos I called with my last desperate breath. He saved my life with wild, wondrous magic, and yet the outcome was dreadfully tragic. He locked me in here for my reckless behavior, vowing that I would have no other savior than a champion so bold and downright courageous, they dare to defy my trespass outrageous. The demons I summoned, they guarded my prison, but after long last, a champion has risen. So cheers, old chum, for unbarring the door. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a world to explore. You mean you don't know the patriarch of wizards? The devoted companion of fire-breathing lizards? A jetpack he gave the Dragon Commander. Aye, I can tell you with absolute candor that he gave him a mighty empire too. Boy, you've got a lot of catching up to do. So hie thee to a store and take a good gander at the amazing spectacle that is Dragon Commander. Who is counting the years or even the centuries? This isn't the worst of penitentiaries. Rifts I have run, in dreams I have seen, thousands of kingdoms and galaxies obscene. Furthermore, I devised these Belagorettes, the choicest of ladies a man can get. Yes, the demons you vanquished, so now I am free. But was I truly confined? Ha! Not me! And soon so shall I, though don't say goodbye. I'll be out in the wilds, in the woods, in the dales. There I may meet you, and spin you new tales. So let us prepare, my savory lasses. I mean to depart, so move your sweet asses. My wands,
When
my
I sleep, I
scrolls, and my
dream of you.
tomes.
When I
And do
wake,
not
I
forget about my
long
scissors
for
and
you.
combs.
Bewilderment.
We'll
How can a
dazzle
madman
the
like
realm
him
with my
have such devoted
glorious
sweethearts?
presence. For to meet Belagar
You look
is
befuddled,
everyone's
Wolgraf.
presence.
Know then
Oh,
that the heart and mind are distant cousins
adore
at best.
you.
Be praised, all divines, for a bright light now shines in this dread, dreary cave that was marked as my grave. Oh, beautiful girl, the brightest star yet! You have to become a Beligaret. Stay with me in my great lair of love, and I'll treat you better than the gods up above. I, a Beligaret, a woman so blessed that her head she may rest against the red-hot confines of my amorous breast. To you I'll be undyingly devoted. In the softest of silks you'll be sensually coated. Yours will be the very miracles I'll fashion. Yours will be Beligar's unending passion.
When I wake, I long for you.
The most favorite. No way. I've better things to do.
I think you should consider it. It's a unique opportunity.
Beligaret, the most favorite of women.
When I sleep, I dream of you. When I wake, I long. This might mean we have to separate. You don't want that, do you?
But think what we could learn from this wizard.
Awake, I long for you.
What a joy it is to be a Beligaret, the most favorite of women.
Oh, Beligar!
What
how
a joy
I
it is to be a
adore
Beligaret, the most favorite of women. Very well, have it your way.
Sweet, lovely maiden, with gems I'll thee laden. My love and my lust, I owe you this debt. For as of now, you're a Beligaret. We may meet anew.
The spell, my friend? We who step through yonder gate the hunters hate, eh? Doesn't sound like your sort of crowd, does it?
Have you any counselors' corpses lying around, perchance?
Oh, brown hair, nasty temper, big staff, huh? I suppose she's the one who tasked me with this little posting. She's always running in and out of the place with a foul look on her face. Friend of yours? Oh, do you really need me to get into the tiresome details? There are some people inside. People and things. Equipment of some nature or other. I was given a bit of gold to keep people, that's you, out. So that's what I do. We needn't make this any more complicated than it has to be. Now, don't push me, Sauce Hunter. I'd like to go back to enjoying the sun, eh? And I'm sure you'd like to go back to whatever it is a scout like you gets up to. Trust me, there's nothing in that cave worth dying over. And frankly, I'd quite prefer not to get your blood all over my beach blanket. You aren't planning on going where you ought not to go, are you? Which I can well appreciate, my friend. Still, I must insist, there's nothing in that cave worth your notice. Be that as it may, I really must insist that you move on from here. I'd like to get back to my sunbath, and I'm sure you'd like to get back to annoying innocent civilians. I'm getting too old for this. Fine, do as you wish. And if anyone asks how you got in, tell them their guard was gone fishing.
Warn the others.
Get to dome deliverance!
The people beyond this gate are awfully boring. They just go back and forth between the same place.
Open the damn gate, we ain't got all bleeding day. Oi, is you the one what locked this here gate? We need to speak to Evelyn. Well, myself, I need a hand choosing drapes for me kitchen windows. Are you daft? I need to inform her about the happenings in the Black Cove. But since my lady seems to have barred her gates to the likes of us, why don't you tell her this, small bones? We've run into a snag in the cove, but we're pushing through. The Starstone will be hers soon enough. Can't you recognise a fellow immaculate when you see one? Just 'cause I got twice your strength in my little toe, don't mean we ain't equal in the goddess's eyes. I reckon if you don't already know, that may be above your pay grade. Take it up with Evelyn, why don't you? Or, better yet, have a look for yourself. You seem like just the type those pirates would love to get their hands on. Is that right, small bones? Maybe you can give me a single good reason for I rip your arms out. Fair enough. Let the good lady know we look forward to meeting with her, will ya?
My friend, we have done it! The secret lair of Evelyn is before us at last. I will follow where you lead, into this mystery, and out the other side of it too.
These fellows are so focused on their work, they seem to be impervious to any other distractions.
Even the hollering of orcs couldn't shake them out of their strange stupor.
Volley of needles!
tastes blood. It craves more.
courage burns to ash beneath this pure blaze.
Chaos grips my hands today.
Silence awaits you.
Tell me who authorized this little trick of yours? Counselor Jake, made undead. How dare you waste your time on petty tricks while Brachus Rex is still underground? Have you forgotten your task?
Leandra, I wasn't expecting you. The counselor, if I had known his fate concerned you,
Silence! You will address me by my title, you ungrateful little girl.
As will I, oh conduit. Let me stress how lovely it is to see your face once more, even in my present condition.
Your function has been served, Counselor. I thank you for your efforts. Curse your stupidity, Evelyn! Look over there! Your foolish games have brought Source Hunters into our very midst. I have no time for these distractions. Brachus Rex's resurrection is at hand. Deal with these insects and join me. Understand?
Of course, oh holy conduit. I will deal with them swiftly.
See to it that you do.
You! Your stomping through my affairs has cost me dearly. More dearly than you'll ever know. What a pleasure it will be to see the Source shred your every last sinew. You mean my bloodstone, I suppose? Ha! It was named like that for a reason, Source Hunter. I'll put it simply. We start with Starstone. A pretty gem, but hardly special. If imbued with blood, Starstone contains the power to heal. A life given to the stone is a life one can give to another. To save a great life must be sacrificed. This is what the Conduit has taught us. That wretch is but a thrall, a tool, but the Conduit trusted him. I was determined to find out why, and resurrected him. His unwillingness to cooperate has proven something of an annoyance, but no matter. We're nearly through, aren't we, Jake? Just a little more pain? Yes, a sorcerer, disciple of blood, chaser of life everlasting. Brachus Rex, centuries in his grave, will walk again, healthy as a newborn babe. That is our power. She is our leader. Leandra is her name. The Conduit is her title. But no, you are not worthy of such knowledge. The bird does not explain to the worm why it devours it. He was the greatest sorcerer ever to have lived. His power outmatches us all. The secrets he carries within him are phenomenal. He will aid us in our task, Hunter. All you have seen, all we are trying to do, This is but the beginning. Considering the imminent turn of the tide, Source Hunter, you should trust me when I say you're better off dead. Brachus Rex is rising, and soon Source will live again.
I could offer some extra protection. Thorny timber.
Sweet relief. This is the end for you!
My kingdom for a dry shirt!
On the men!
Farseer!
My, the Source Hunter. Dear dead Evelyn told me you had landed in Sicile, drawn to my source-riddled corpse like flies to excrement. Well, here I am, a man no longer, a monster instead, unworthy of the conduit's grace. The very same Jake, counselor by day, sorcerer by night, martyr in death. Me? Do you contest it, huh? You presumptuous dog. I died serving the conduit. Leandra! Oh, blessed conduit. I'd have followed you till the end of time. But it wasn't to be. I was struck down in the prime of my sorcery. And by whom? Leandra's own sister. The pox upon her. I, Ikara! I spit on every syllable. They call her the White Witch. She is powerful in her own right, but never would I have thought she'd challenge her sister Leandra and kill one of the most loyal. Me. Very little indeed. What concern was that foul woman of mine? She shunned her sister's teachings. Can you believe that? She could have been the very conduit's right hand, but she shunned her. Oh, take vengeance upon her, blessed Leandra. I invoke you. Open her veins, bleed her dry. My murder, a tale of woe. The time, a misty midnight. The place, the King Crab Inn. The players, myself, Leandra, Ikara, and a stranger whose identity I have never established. The conduit was there to meet with this stranger, and had tasked me to stand ready to overpower him if necessary. I heard sounds of passion first, but later of angry argument. Then I heard Leandra's command, and I entered the room. She swerved past me and... oh, I can still feel the rasp of her holy breath upon my ear. Whispered, "Finish him." The man lay on the floor, struck down and ready for my knife, which I plunged deep into his heart. Yet, but not a moment later, Ikara burst through the window, and I was defenseless. She savagely tore my life from my body, and I died in the glow of the source. A holy martyr, slain in the name of the conduit. Foolish grasper. She who thought herself the conduit's favorite couldn't stand that I had been privileged as a confidant. When she realized the conduit had been in the inn the night I was killed, she couldn't stand to think that I had been trusted where she had not. She brought me back to unlife so that I would reveal what I knew. She wanted to work her way back into the conduit's confidence. But yes, the king is dead, and not for long. Long live the king! The Blackest Rex has no equal, Hunter. His knowledge of the source is absolute, and through him so will the conduits be. The hour is nigh. You do not realize it yet, but his axe is falling towards your scrawny neck. And I am of little use to Leandra's cause now. My worm-eaten rind is an insult to her perfection. To my grave, then, I will go.
Bold as Brachus Rex was he, though only half as holy. The Source King. He is more than legend.
You know the Epic of Barren Falls, I gather. You're smarter than you look, and smell.
The immaculate snake sprouts a new head wherever we look. If our murder victim's one of them crazy cultists, anyone could be.
Perhaps the Attenborough who kidnapped Jarrett is another head of the snake. But oh, I hope he has not suffered a fate like Jake's.
May the pain wrought by sword and sorcery stalk this stiff, stirring strumpet beyond the shores of death. Once more we have stumbled upon an amateur. One who disfigures the pallid elegance of necromancy's visage with rank and vulgar imperfections. She dabbled with flesh like a child with its pudding. She was deaf to the screams of her victims as she made the scalpel glide through exposed limbs with the easy grace of birds through air. And for what? For nothing but to command death. The true necromancer. It is life he wants to command. Immortality. Achieve this, and the screams of agony will not have thundered forth from tortured throats in vain. They will be forgotten in the maelstrom of time eternal. You bicker among yourselves, and you have good reason to, as long as you do not both realize that humanity is but a gathering of germs from which an exalted few may pluck the subject their studies require and vivisect them into oblivion, while propelling themselves into eternity. Glory be this noble pursuit, tainted as it may be by the blunders of simpletons like Evelyn. Let us eradicate such vermin wherever we find it. Let us seal up every crevice it crawls from. But let us never lose sight of the higher purpose that the art of necromancy promises yet. So, now to pursue said promise with haste and determination. Death is a friend of time. Life is not.
How can Evelyn hate Jake? They're both the best of friends with the white-haired lady. What was her name? Condelia? Huh?
Source Hunter, you have done it, haven't you? You've discovered the fate of Counselor Jake. By the gods, no one could have predicted such a dark turn of events. This is worse than my deepest fears made manifest. It just cannot be that they aim to resurrect him. Brachus Rex. It cannot be! Forgive me, this news just so very upsetting. This thing. It was the king of tyrants. The embodiment of terror. The lunatics that seek his rise must be stopped, whatever the cost. I do. I do indeed. Brachus would unseat the king of demons in sheer perfidy and malice given half a chance. For the world, for you and I to suffer his perversions once more is unthinkable. The possibility of his return is more than I can bear. And Ikara, that she has been dragged into this sorry business adds insult to insufferable injury. There have long been rumors that Brachus's corpse was interred in the vaults beneath the abandoned Church of the Seven in Sicil's eastern hinterlands. That place is crawling with undead these days, so the rumors may well be true. Where Leandra goes, the dead rise left and right. And even in death, the long-lost tyrant's corruption appears to persist. Come to think of it, did anyone in Evelyn's lair mention the name Cassandra? It's nothing, Hunter. Nothing. My mind is reeling, but I'll feel better soon. After you've cut short Leandra's dark pursuits. She is a great woman, Hunter. A champion of all that is good and pure. She may have killed Jake, but then again, the man turned out to be a vile sorcerer. I can only surmise that she is on to her sister's sinister schemes, which makes me fear for her safety more than anything else. Leandra. I know her, though I haven't seen her in years. As you know, she and Ikara are sisters. It's hard for me to believe that she's leading this cult. That she's delirious enough to go after Brachus Rex. But clearly her involvement can no longer be denied. She's as smart as 10 wizards put together, Hunter. An opponent to be feared. Now, you said Jake and Evelyn called her the Conduit, didn't you? In that case, she may just be the elusive head of the Immaculates. There's a village in the forests north of Sicil where a new religion has taken hold. Its followers call themselves Immaculates. And I've heard say they worship a leader called the Conduit. This village is called Silverglen, and if my suspicions turn out to be correct, there is sorcery at work there. Alas, I haven't the foggiest. Another sorcerer, perhaps? Or simply another victim of Leandra's ploys? The Legion didn't find a second body at the scene of the crime, so maybe he escaped with his life after all. Though, just as likely, his body too was taken away by Evelyn for experimentation. And I will see if I can find out more about Ikara's involvement. But in the meantime, please pursue Leandra to the old church in the east and stop her before she can raise Brachus. I beg of you.
Looks like bringing up Brachus Rex's name alone is enough to turn our friendly neighborhood wizard into a scaredy cat.
I wonder why this ancient specter spooks him so. Arhu doesn't strike me as the type to scare very easily.
And so the mystery is solved. Counselor Jake was murdered by this so-called White Witch, Ikara. But as it stands, I guess our next concern is Brachus Rex.
Then we know what we must do next. Pursue Leandra and stop her before she brings Brachus Rex back to life.
Agreed. If Brachus is half as dangerous as Jake and Evelyn claimed, we must prevent his ever seeing the light of day again.